All right, here we go. Part 3. We're just get straight into it. I don't really got nothing else to say. So you know what we're going for. We're going for this cutie right over here in the corner. We need big words. Agonizing, boom. Melancholy, boom, got him. Incongruent, boom, got him. Let's see. We need something else. We need something else. Embrace, fuck, wrong one. All right, it's all good. Effulgent, definitely got him. Unrequited, ooh, god damn it, that was a Sayori word. I thought that was a good word. Infinite, that's for sure, Yuri. Yep, contamination, Yuri all the day. Vivacious, let me get that one. Vitality, yep, yes sir, yes sir. Philosophy, yes sir, yes sir. Variance, yes sir, yes sir. Mausoleum, yes sir, yes sir. We writing. Ambient, yes sir, got him, got him. This is what we doing. We out here. We let's see. Heaven sent, got him. Let's see. I need something else. I don't think any of these words will fit. I'm gonna do heartbeat. That gets Natsuki. Okay. Doki Doki is definitely not Yuri. Let's do faster. Yep, got him. Analysis, got him. And then uncontrollable, got him. And then determination. That was a Yuri poem. Hair is wet. All right, here we go. Just a few days ago, I never would have thought I'd look forward to an extracurricular so much. But here I am, back for another club meeting and anticipating new antics from everybody. Let's see, I gotta sit up, man. The usual scene awaits me as I step into the club room. Hi, Neiman. Hey, sorry. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. Is that so? Well, it's nice to see you so cheery. Anyway, what's new? Oh, I've got some exciting news. What's up? Did you know that the student store sells that new brand of strawberry milk now? I saw when I passed by on my way here. I don't care about milk, Sayori. You know what I'm here for. Well, maybe you don't know what I'm here for, so let me explain it to the viewers and also you. I am here to get a waifu. And right now, the waifu I'm going for is Yuri because she's bad. Okay, so we're gonna try that, and I want you to understand. Okay, cool. I should have known better than to expect actual news from Sayori. See, exactly, that's what I'm saying. She's just talking that bullshit. We not with that wave right now. Huh? I don't think I've tried that yet. I don't know. Strawberry milk is usually too sweet for me. What? But it goes great with melon bread. Sorry, you could eat a packet of raw sugar and you still say it's not sweet enough. Hey, that's an exaggeration. Seriously though, it goes really well with bread. The milk is sweet, but it still has that unique tart strawberry flavor that's eased by the richness of the milk. And when you pair that with fresh bread, the sweetness is spread out even more so that it just has the right amount of flavor. Wow, when did you become Gordon Ramsay? Meta jokes. I love them. Huh, I'm a food expert, so you should trust me on this. I mean, given how many snacks you eat every day, I don't doubt that you know your food well. I'm gonna take that as a compliment, you meanie. So I'm a meanie for giving her a compliment. Anyway, aren't you hungry now? Talking about food always makes me hungry. Now that you mention it, maybe a little. Great, let's go to the student store and buy snacks together then. Ah, now I see what she's playing at. I raise an eyebrow and Sayori notices. Neiman, why are you looking at me like that? Oh, sorry, I have a nagging suspicion that you're only trying to convince me to come because you don't have any money. You broke bitch, and you just want me to buy you a snack. What? I would never do that. Oh, really? So let's see your purse. Huh? Your purse. Let's see it. Go ahead and open up them coins. Oh, you ain't got it. Sorry, laughs awkwardly as she pulls out her purse. She opens it and dumps the contents onto the desk. 2 small coins fall out. This little ruse might have actually worked had Sayori not pulled it on me numerous times when we were younger. See, look, you was trying to do that. You was trying to get at me. It ain't working. It ain't working. I see through it, okay? My galaxy brain, okay? My third's eye, I see through all of it. The amount of time she's managed to trick me into buying her another ice cream. I guess some things never change. Nice try, sorry. No fair, how did you know? Now, wouldn't you like to know? Let's just call it intuition. In response, she sticks her tongue out at me. Typical. Aw. This baby girl right here. Look at that purple hair. Luscious. Yuri suddenly giggles. What the Yuddenly? What the fuck is Yuddenly? I didn't notice she was eavesdropping. Looking over in her direction, I catch her peeking over the top of a book. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Nima to let me borrow some money. It's none of my business, Sayori. Yeah. See, Queen know what the deal is. She know what the deal is. She know that I'm not giving no money. Okay? It's not happening. I hate the fact that when I do my hair in the morning and it's wet, it fucking drips down. Shit sucks. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. Queen. That's a queen right there. It's shameful to manipulate people into doing or buying things for you. Wow, isn't that a little harsh? I'm only messing around with Sayori after all. I didn't mean that. That came out much harsher than I intended. Sorry, well, at least you apologize. Yui blushes in embarrassment, looking away from us while playing with a strand of her hair. I apologize for how I've been acting lately. It looks like she still might be ashamed of how she acted yesterday. You know, it's okay to be honest sometimes. You shouldn't always keep things that bother you to yourself. You know what's interesting about Sayori saying this is because from the original game, she was keeping a lot of shit to herself. She didn't want to tell me what was going on. You're doing it again. You're a hypocrite. There's no way you could think that after. You were right though. I shouldn't trick people into buying me things. Funny how your 10-year-old self didn't see it that way. Yuri lets out a small laugh, covering her mouth with her hand. Even the way she laughs is so shy and proper. This is mischievous behavior. Something Sayori used to display as a child then. Oh yeah, although back then I fell for it time and time again. You wouldn't believe how much candy Sayori managed to con me out of. This mod is great at giving these characters more fleshed out personalities. Don't make me out to be so sneaky, Neiman. Although those candies were so good. I'm surprised, sorry. Coming from you, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't do this. Yuri, please don't do this, okay? I just want you to be normal for once. Okay, please. What's going on here? Hey, Monica. Oh, nothing much. Sayori here was just up to some mischief. Oh? Yeah, she tried to trick me into buying her a snack. Hey, that's not true. Yes, it is. Monica smiles widely and turns to me. I'm assuming this isn't the first time. Well, you'd be right. We all share a little chuckle at that. Well, everyone except Sayori. Hey, you guys are really being mean. Okay, we're sorry, but you did bring this upon yourself. Yeah, I know. But in my defense, I am really hungry. Well, Natsuki chimes in. If you're really that hungry, you can have this if you want. She offers up a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori immediately snatches it out of her hands. Oh man. Thank you. Sayori hugs the cookie. Why? Just eat the fucking cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Just eat the cookie. Don't. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Ha! You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Bro, Sayori is a glutton. Beggars can't be choosers, but yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes back behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. You sly dog. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouth full, Sayori trots away to safety. I cannot talk. Yuri, Monica, and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori to quit taking my stuff? Sorry, you know you shouldn't do something like that without permission. Monica scolds Sayori. I know. I'm sorry, Natsuki. Jesus Christ, the side of my head is wet. I don't like this. But it was so good. Hey, everyone but Natsuki chuckles. These things happen a lot, Monica? A little bit too much, to be honest. Don't worry, it's all in good fun. Good fun is teasing each other from time to time, not stealing food. Oh, calm down, it's no big deal. Natsuki pounces on her seat. Everyone calms down and quickly returns to their normal activities. Sayori has already managed to finish the entire cookie. Meanwhile, Natsuki gets up and heads for the closet, and Yuri is already lost in her book. Hello, Yuri. Oh, hello, Neiman. Yuri places the book she was reading down on her desk. I'm not interrupting you or anything, am I? Oh, not at all. Were you hoping to continue reading together? Well, yes, actually. Would that be alright? Oh, of course. Before we get started, would it be alright if I made some tea? Sure. What did you have in mind? Perhaps I could show you? Yuri stands up and drifts towards the back of the room. She opens up the cupboard and retrieves a glass pitcher. It'll just be a moment. Is that alright? Yeah, take your time. Yuri turns to leave, but then suddenly wheels back. Oh, I almost forgot. There's an electric kettle in the cupboard here. Would you mind plugging it in for me while I'm gone? Sure. See you in a bit. This time she leaves the classroom for real. She's nervously clutching onto the water pitcher, yet she still appears to make long, elegant strides. It's really quite astonishing to see. She almost looks graceful. Oh, where's Yuri off to? You didn't scare her away, did you? Fucking Monica. What? No. At least I don't think so. I'm just teasing you, Neiman. Right. It's not really what I'd call a good joke, but I don't argue. Yuri wanted to make some tea, so she went to fetch some water. I see. Yuri's very proud of her tea set. Has she shown it to you yet? Oh? Not yet, no. Maybe you should ask her about it. Tea is a big passion of hers, so I'm sure she'd be happy to talk about it a bit. Who knows? Maybe it'll help you get a little closer to her. Huh? I know it says Ed, but huh? Monica giggles. I'm just messing with you again, Neiman. At that moment, the door to the club room opens and Yuri walks back in with a full water pitcher. See, what's thrown me off about Monica is that I know, and she knows, she's still self-aware. I know she's still self-aware. There's no way she's not self-aware. She says she's gonna let the mod take control, but I know she's self-aware. Those eyes don't fool me. You can't fool me. Ah, speak of the devil. Well, I won't keep you any further. Have fun with Yuri. Monica walks away and Yuri approaches me. Is everything alright? I'm sorry for taking so long. You're fine, Monica. You're fine. Monica was just telling me about your tea set. A delicate smile plays across Yuri's face. Yes, would you like to see it? Monica must have been telling the truth. She genuinely looks excited to share this with me. Hell yeah, I want to see it. I'd be happy to, Yuri. Let's do it. Show me your tea set. Neiman, do you like oolong tea? I don't really have a preference. I'm sure whatever you give me will be fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the electric kettle at 200 degrees. She then begins measuring out tea leaves into a strainer. Monica wasn't kidding. You must really enjoy this, huh? Yuri smiles shyly, blushing slightly. Yes, besides reading, tea is a true passion of mine. A piping hot cup of tea alongside a gripping novel? Doesn't that sound wonderful? Yeah, I guess it does. I have to admit, it's kind of fascinating seeing you be so exact with everything. Haha, tea is an art, Neiman. It's a delicate dance where each step must be perfect. Even the temperature of the water needs to be precisely 200 degrees. Really? The tea I make when I haphazardly plop a tea bag into boiling water seems filing to me. Then again, I guess Yuri's making tea with higher grade ingredients. Once the water is boiled, Yuri adds it to the pot and carefully steeps the tea leaves. She hums to herself delicately and pours out a cup for each of us. It's nice seeing you like this. What do you mean? You just seem so relaxed, like you're in the zone. I see. Expressing myself really isn't as hard as I thought it'd be. I'm glad I get to do this sort of thing with someone else. Especially someone as delightful as yourself, Neiman. Huh? I'm sorry if that sounded weird. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. It's really okay, Yuri. I want to do all of this with you. It's kind of new for me as well. Maybe a bit of company will make it easier on both of us. Yes. Thank you for being so patient with me, Neiman. Yuri really doesn't have much self-confidence. The least I can do is let her be herself a little. Maybe over time she'll grow more comfortable around others. Neiman, would it be okay if we sat on the floor today? I don't see why not. Any particular reason why, though? I can rest against the wall and read instead, and I can rest. Wow, this sentence right here just fucked me up for some reason. I can rest against the wall and read instead of leaning over my desk. I often have back pain, so it'll be a little easier on me. Well, sure, I don't mind. Thank you. Sometimes it can be real bother to have. That is to say, based on how she's acting, I think I can guess what she might have been referring to, but confirming that would probably make her feel even more embarrassed. You mean you have terrible reading posture, right? Can't imagine hunching over your book like that so much is too comfortable. Yes, I just gave her the biggest out. That's exactly what I was going to say. So if we were to sit on the floor, yeah, that makes sense. We just get the book. I retrieve the novel alongside a small bag of chocolates. Yuri carries out a teacup and places them on the ground, sliding down to the floor. Soon enough, the two of us are in the same position yesterday, each holding one side of the story. Would it be okay if... Yuri shifts closer to me until our shoulders are touching. Her thick purple hair flops over my arm as she peers over the book. Oh yeah, this is late. I think I like Yuri being a bit more assertive. Here. Yuri reaches over with her free hand and presents me with my teacup. I carefully accept it, taking great care to avoid her chest as I do so. I slowly let go of the book and raise the teacup. Yuri subconsciously moves her hand underneath it to better balance the book between us. Her gaze is completely focused on the pages below. It's almost as if you could see the story being scanned word by word in her eyes. Her gaze is completely focused on the pages below. It's almost as if you could see the story being scanned word by word in her eyes. As she continues, I take a sip from my teacup. It has a soothing floral flavor, and it smells wonderful. Yuri wasn't kidding. This really is quite relaxing. Once I finish my tea, I take a chocolate from my bag and fiddle with the wrapper. After I've comfortably disposed of it, I pop it into my mouth. I got some chocolates here. Would you like one? Oh, I appreciate the offer, but I don't want to accidentally get smudges on the page. That's a good point. Sorry, I hadn't thought of that. My bad. Oh, it's quite alright. I can hold the book for us if you'd like. Yes! Yes, we're getting closer. Yes! Yuri grabs the other side of the book and holds it between us. Before I know it, she's transfixed in the story again. I don't think she's noticed, but her arm's resting on top of my leg. I take another chocolate from the bag and raise it up to Yuri's mouth. Without looking away, she parts her lips. I don't know if she even realizes she's doing it, but she's expecting it now. I have to follow through. I timidly place the chocolate in Yuri's mouth. As she continues to read, she closes her lips around it. Huh? Looks like she just realized what happened. What? Neiman, Yuri blushes deeply, looking up at me. Sorry. I wasn't really thinking. No. You were trying to make me feel more comfortable, right? Suddenly I feel really nervous. Yeah. I just thought you might like some. Yes. If that's the case, then I wouldn't mind another. If that's alright with you, of course. Totally. Yuri tries to look back at the book, but I can tell she's unable to focus on it. I can feel my heart trying to beat out of my chest. Yes, sir. We get intimate. Let's go. Things have gotten really tense. I reach down and take another chocolate, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. Uh-oh. Was this how things were supposed to go? Uh-oh. Yuri doesn't look away. There's a soft pleading in her eyes as she blinks slowly. Oh man, I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. However, this time it feels a lot more intimate. Yes, sir. You see the vision. You see the vision, okay? We all see the vision. Her breath is gentle and warm on my fingers as I place the chocolate in her mouth. Okay, everyone. Well, what do we have here? Monica, you fucking cock-blocking bitch. Oh my god. Okay, yesterday I was mad that there was no Monica route. Now I'm actually glad there's no Monica route. This fucking... Dude, I want to... We were getting somewhere. The magic was there. What? Yuri jolts back. Sorry, I didn't mean to make things awkward. We do need to share poems now. Is that okay? Yeah, of course. Great. Get things put away and you can join us shortly. Yuri and I sit there dumbfounded. I guess I could take care of the teacups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. Without another word, the two of us clean everything up. I don't know if either of us will have the courage to bring this up in the future. Alright. You know Monica gets it first. Alright, again, Neiman. I'm trusting that the club's been doing you well. Same answer as yesterday. Yeah, that's nice to hear. So how's the writing going? Alright, I guess. Just alright, huh? No, I guess I should say it's revolutionized my world and brought cover to my previous life. Well, I say that, but the club, if not the poetry, really has made my day more interesting. Okay. Can it with the sarcasm, mister. At least you're not hating it though, right? Nah, it's been an interesting experience at least. Gives me a new hobby to do. I'm happy that you're applying yourself at least. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. I can see that you put in some good effort there. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is even better than the last one I read. It seems like you've been finding more inspiration in Yuri's writing style too, right? You can say that. Although it's more like I admire that kind of writing style in general rather than Yuri specifically. It's okay, Neiman, I won't judge if it's otherwise. I don't know what you're thinking, but I'm sure that you're wrong. No, she's not. She's not. I'm feeling Yuri, okay? I'm trying to get at this. I should probably think of a way to change the subject fast. Anyway, about Yuri's writing style. What do you think about it? Given that I wrote in a similar style, I'd like to know your opinions on it in general. Well, I guess I'd say that her poems are the most romantic. But hold on, Neiman. Have you not seen her poem yet? No, I haven't. Why? Well, I think that the argument yesterday really got to her, to be honest. Yeah, it did kind of blow up. So I really believe that Yuri is trying to reform herself by experiencing more and giving Natsuki's style a try. That's kind of unexpected. How's she changing up her poems? Well, it seems like Yuri is paying more attention to rhyme and meter now. I don't think I really have to tell you this, but before she was really into free verse and less conventional devices. But now she's really going back to poetry traditional roots. I wonder what Natsuki thinks about this. Have you seen Natsuki's poem today yet either? No, why? Why don't you ask to see her poem yourself? But I don't think that Natsuki knows that Yuri's changing herself yet. Huh, I see. Honestly, I'm worried that Natsuki is going to do something she'll regret one day that she can't take back. That sounds really ominous. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring the mood down. It's just that the president's job is to worry about the well-being of the club members, you know. Did she just fourth wall break? She just fourth wall broke. That was a fourth wall break. Yeah, I get that. That's pretty responsible of you. It's all part of the job. Anyway, back to Yuri's poetry. Although the literary devices that she incorporates are different, her overall themes and tones seem to still be similar. Her previous work actually reminded me a lot of the poet C.K. Williams' poems, although she's departed from writing in a similar style. The depths of the themes aren't dissimilar. In Williams' later work, he wrote introspective poems that were very descriptive. That does sound pretty familiar. Anyway, he's a pretty distinguished poet. So your takeaway message could be that this sort of style is pretty well liked. Well, you have to be a good writer too, of course. Alright, thanks for the lesson today, Miss Monica. I guess I do sound busy with a lecturer sometimes. If this style is popular, I guess I can start getting ready for fame and fortune. Monica rolls her eyes, although she can't suppress a smile from breaking through. But in the meantime, you want to show me your poem now? I think it's about time we let your poem shine. Sure thing, Neiman. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Pressurize. Aw, shit. I don't like this. I float there, in vast, hollow emptiness, large but small, grandiose and overwhelming, yet a dust mote, drifting, meandering, carried along, in endless void. But then I realize, my eyes open, bloodshot, my mouth opens, gasping for breath in this crushing, suppressing, restraining, boundless, everlasting, suffocating vacuum of torment. Atmosphere, Pascal, Taurus, screaming with no mouth, stretching, restraining, unrelenting, clawing with no nails, disintegrating, a suffocating poem of absence. I didn't like that poem at all. I'm actually kind of terrified. It's even more abstract than the last one, huh? Really, or freeform too, if that's what you call it. Aha! I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. The other girls don't do this stuff nearly as much as you, at least. Yeah, you could say that they're a bit more traditional when it comes to their structure. But I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. Shit. The way I wrote lines really short makes me feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. It fragments everything and leaves a dissonant tone with the reader. I see. I guess that there's a lot of things you can do with poetry. Definitely, poetry is very much an art form. You're meant to craft poems using never-before-seen combinations of words to interpret the world around you. You really love poetry, huh? Maybe you should write a poem about poetry someday. That's not a bad idea. Anyway, it's still hard for me to tell what your poem's about. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? Now, we've all had to experience this at the point with the poetry discussions and all, but it can really be disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. If you find other people who enjoy writing, though, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. Yeah, it definitely is more helpful getting real criticism and feedback rather than just empty words. I guess I've really hit the mud low with the literature club. Monica has not broken the fourth wall twice with these writing tips of the day. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, Sayori's next. Yuri, of course, is last because it's her poem. Oh, I really like this one, even. Better than yesterday's, huh? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Sorry. I'm probably not the best person to get feedback from. Monica once told me it's impossible to really rate a poem because they're so subjective. So I just judge poems through my heart. I guess I look for how the poem makes me feel. I hope that helps. Sort of. I guess some feedback is better than no feedback, right? Right. Speaking of feedback, do you want to read my poem now? Sure. Shit. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. I already don't like this. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach aside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams, friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I remember this poem. This was from the first game. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends, and they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pulled them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all they hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Okay, the Sayori depression route has begun. It is time to stop that. Stop that right now. Wow, sorry. I didn't expect this at all. Did you really write this? Of course I did. Remember, I said I'd write the best poem ever yesterday. Well, here it is. After all, Monica has taught me a lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. So that's what this poem's about. I suppose that much was obvious. Unlike Yuri or Monica's poem, Sayori's are relatively simple to figure out. Well, if I've interpreted this correctly, you're basically doing everything you can to keep your friends happy. Yay, you got it. I really enjoyed writing this one. Just getting your thoughts out onto paper and turning them into a poem, it's like magic. Well, I think it's amazing. You should really be proud of it. Thank you, Neiman. That means a lot. I didn't think it was that good, girl. Nah, it's great. Seriously. I can't deal with the sadness. I can't help but notice that the latter half of the poem isn't quite as cheery. In fact, it's somewhat alarming, a very dark contrast from the cheeriness I'm used to with Sayori. Although, maybe I'm looking into this a little too much, but the end of the poem is pretty dark. And you said you've been in touch with your feelings recently, so I'm just checking. Is everything okay? Of course, silly. I forgot to tell you, I really like writing about bittersweet stuff. Stuff that just isn't just happy or it's just sad. A mixture of the two. And this poem shows what I mean. It's just my writing style. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Well, either way, I'm glad you're enjoying writing so much. I hope you keep it up. Good to have a hobby. Of course, and hopefully you'll also stick with it. So I look forward to seeing all the poems you write in the future. Well, no guarantees there, but just seeing the passion in Sayori's eyes, it's hard to be pessimistic. Alright, Natsuki, go ahead and absolutely destroy my shit. I know that's what you do. It's what you're good at. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get destroyed. Well, it's better than your last one, but I still don't like it. It's trying too hard to be serious. Huh? What do you mean? Poems don't need cryptic and deep sounding to be good. It'll just sound super dumb if you don't suck at it. Honestly, don't try to write like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki pauses as if she just realized something. Yes, sir. Oh, don't tell me. You're just writing this to impress Yuri, aren't you? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm writing exactly like this to impress Yuri. Facts. What? No, I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm just writing. Yeah, writing exactly how Yuri would write. She would love crap like this. You know what? No. Natsuki shoved my poem back at me. I don't want to do this with you anymore. If you wrote a poem for someone else, don't show it to me. Well, that just happened. I guess this was destined to happen. I really never really understood what Natsuki tries to get out of me. At least she wasn't the girl I wasn't trying to impress. Damn, I didn't even get to read her poem. Alright, bet. Well, shit. Alright, Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Neiman, I'm stunned. How is it possible that you're already this skilled at writing? It was but a day ago that I was trying to give you advice and now you've already seemed to master it. Perhaps you're a good teacher. I really took your advice to heart and tried to compose a great piece with that in mind. Yuri visibly swallows. She coils a slender lock of her hair around her finger, twiddling it nervously. You thought of me? Sorry, was that weird? No, how did I word this? It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. It's just, I'm not used to this sort of thing. Having someone value my opinion like that. I know it might sound foolish, but the fact that I was able to inspire you is incredibly humbling. And I suppose, in a way, that just makes me really happy. Wait, surely you've shared your writing with others before, right? Yuri shakes her head. Seriously? You're really talented, so I would have thought you have shown your writing to others. I primarily write for myself. And besides, I highly doubt people would seriously enjoy my writing. Do you really think that? Yuri nods solemnly. You really haven't shared it with anyone else? Not even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, could I look at your poem now? Yeah. Yes, of course. If you really want to see it. Resist. A whimsical tiny... Whoa, I don't know what that word is. Suri's friend, I'm just gonna say some bullshit, sleeps along my amber bookend, dreaming about a sanguine day where mirrored slender lampposts play. She beckons me, her hand extends, piercing pupils readily rend. Wow, I can't read this. Azure channels bent and twist, cautiously held above the wrists. However, she finds her advances shunned, always cackling, always stunned, never able to draw the lance. Across my arm she's never danced. Perhaps it would be for the best if I laid her down to rest, while I haven't given in to painful pleading from within. I think that it might be smart to save the song of fumbling hearts. Last tears make me dizzily fall, and answer her violet, virulent call. Ooh. Spitting. I felt a bit guilty after yesterday's argument with Natsuki. I wanted to experience with my style a bit more. Hopefully it's not too confusing. No, it's fine. Even if it's a bit more involved than yesterday's, I still like it. I'm noticing a lot more symbolism as well. I don't want to assume anything, but the tone of this poem, I'm not sure how to describe it. Yes, I really wanted to test my abilities in creative expression. I didn't go too far, did I? No, it's really good. I just don't know if I'm good enough at this to deduce the meaning. If I had to explain it, I'd say it's about a closely guarded secret. I imagine everyone has a little something like that, something they're forced to keep to themselves for fear of ridicule. It's nice to be able to write about that sort of thing every now and then. If it's something you enjoy doing, shouldn't you write about it more? Well, it's not that simple. It's something I'm uncomfortable talking about. I'm not sure people would understand. If anyone were to find out about it, well, I guess as long as it's not hurting anyone, people shouldn't pry. Do you think so? Sorry, I was just thinking of something. It's a good point though. The best I could do is try to embrace my own weirdness, right? Otherwise, I think I'd hate myself. Sorry to keep you so long. Thank you for allowing me to ramble. There aren't many people in this world like you, Neiman. When I share my writing with you, I feel like you genuinely care about what I have to say. It's nice having someone who listens. That might be a bit much to say, wouldn't it? It's just, I'm not really used to it. I really feel comfortable about my writing, let alone with the idea of sharing it. But with you, it just feels so easy. It's nice. Thank you for helping me with that, Neiman. It's nothing, really. Yuri shows me a genuine smile. A newfound sense of self-confidence seems to sparkle behind her eyes, if only for just a moment. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? Actually, Natsuki and I haven't shared yet. Uh-oh. I said uh-oh before it even popped up on the page. Uh-oh, I can feel a storm coming on. Yuri hesitantly approaches Natsuki, who isn't meeting her eyes. She's still angry with Yuri. It wouldn't be out of character for her to be. Okay, here we go. Although judging by Monika and Sayori's anxious expressions, I feel like something else is amiss. So, Natsuki, if I may... how about we do this tomorrow instead? I'm not feeling well. It's my time of the month. Wow, I didn't need to... I can practically see Monika internally facepalming. Natsuki must have forgotten that the club isn't all girls anymore. Ah, is that so? Sorry, you must feel absolutely terrible if you can't even share your poem today. You don't need to apologize, it's not your fault. I can definitely share it tomorrow. Well, even if you aren't well enough to share your own poem, would you like to see mine? I wrote it thinking of our argument the other day. I suppose that I wanted to show you that I'm more open-minded than I may have appeared. It's a way of repenting. I know it's not much, but hopefully this can contribute to a reconciliation between us. Although we may have our disagreements, I would like to consider you a friend. Yuri spitting, and friends forgive each other. I'm sorry if that's presumptuous of me to say. No, it's not presumptuous of you to say that, because I'd like to consider you a friend too. Aw, so you can hand over that poem then. With a shy smile, Yuri hands a sheet of paper in her hands over to Natsuki. As Natsuki reads the poem, her eyes widen. You're writing using rhyme and stuff? Like me? You could say that you convinced me to practice adding more lyricism to my poetry. Natsuki looks like she's speechless for once. Thanks, Yuri. It's awesome. There's really no need to thank me. Well, I'm really glad that I got to know you. And I'll definitely have something that'll knock your socks off tomorrow. Then I'll be looking forward to that. Friendship. You love to see it. You love to see it. I do hope that you'll feel better tomorrow as well, so that you can share your work with me then. Haha, yeah, of course. That was a crisis and a half avoided. I'm really glad that Natsuki and Yuri worked things out, and it seems that Monika and Sayori feel the same way. Everyone's happy. Hell yeah, brother. It's good to see everyone getting along. Now that we are done sharing though, I have something to discuss with you all. There's a great opportunity for expanding the club that's coming up. Oh, here we go. It is the festival. Is this about the festival? You could say that. Do we really have to do something? It's only in a few days, so it's not like we'll be able to come up with anything good. Yes, that's something I'm concerned about as well. With such little time to prepare, I doubt we'll be able to put together anything good to attract new members. Yeah, we'll just end up embarrassing ourselves. Oh, don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Nothing more than a few decorations. I can design some pamphlets to hand out at the event, and Sayori made posters to put up around the school. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to put on a poetry performance. A what? Monika, everyone's going to choose one poem to recite out loud. It doesn't have to be written by you as long as you put your heart into the recitation. Recitation. I am struggling right now. Although, of course, it'd be great if you could show off your own work. And the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite their poems too. Yeah, I put a thing on the posters that said bring your own poems. This does not seem like a good idea. It's gonna be so cool. No, it's not. It's not gonna be cool at all. Sayori pulls a poster out of her bag and holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? Don't tell me you started putting those posters up already. Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, you didn't even ask us before you started advertising. We never agreed to stand up in front of a bunch of random people and perform our poems. Low key, she's got a point. She's speaking facts. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, yes, let's please calm down and take a moment to think about it. I understand that you two haven't had much experience sharing your poems out loud. In fact, we all haven't done it that much. But I still think we should try our best. Look around. Monika motions to all of us. We're all here because we have passion for literature in this club. Actually, I have a passion for these girls. I didn't join this for literature. Don't you want to share that passion with other people? To inspire them to pursue their inner writer? Sure, whatever. Whatever floats your boat. Yeah, it's all about exploring yourself and trying new things, all while having fun. Monika and I nod our heads in agreement. Natsuki and Yuri, on the other hand, remain silent. Guess that means it's my turn to say something. I mean, I don't think it's too much to ask. I don't think it's that much to ask. As Monika said, we're all here because we care about the club and want to see it flourish. And if that means it's a 2-minute poetry performance, then I think we can manage. Sayori and Monika's faces light up as I finish speaking. Hey, it isn't like we don't care about the club. It's just, do we really have to perform? You know how hard it is to get to members. It's because people are just narrow-minded jerks. They don't even give literature a chance. Who's to say this festival will be any different? I'm inclined to agree with Natsuki. You guys are great. I'm sorry, Monika. I know how much you want to do this, but I just can't imagine performing in front of a crowd of strangers. Well, at least Yuri and Natsuki have proven they can agree on something. Monika sighs, her eyes close as she rubs her temples. Look, guys, I know you're anxious. I understand that. I really do. To be honest with you, I'm a little bit nervous myself. After all, it's my club, so people are going to judge me the most if our performance doesn't go well. Natsuki, if it makes you feel any better, a few of my friends will be coming along. They're lovely people. They won't judge you for your tastes. I've known them for a few years, trust me. Natsuki huffs, turning away. She doesn't look particularly convinced. Then Yuri, I know it's a scary thought, but I've thought of a way to ease you into it. Why don't we start by practicing our poems to each other in the club? No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? But, Monica, there's just gotta be something else we can do. Yuri nods vigorously at Natsuki's words, anxiety written all over her face. But guys! No, sorry, it's okay. If you guys really think we can do better than a poetry performance, then I'll gladly go along with an alternative. So, any ideas? An awkward silence fills the room. We all glance at each other anxiously before Sayori finally speaks up. Oh, we could... Sayori stops and thinks to herself for a moment. Wait, no, never mind. That wouldn't work. Once again, the room falls silent. Well then, I guess we can't come up with something different after all. Monica laughs, attempting to ease the tension in the room. I know you guys might not be the most on board with this idea, but I think it's our best option. Please, guys, please, can you stop pressuring us? I'm honestly surprised that Natsuki's putting up such a resistance. I knew she was a little hot-headed, but even still. I'm not pressuring you, Natsuki. Both of them have raised their voice. Yuri looks a little startled, and Sayori looks anxious to intervene. Oh, now they're fighting? Well, guys, please, there's no need to get angry. Can't we just discuss this normally? Why is Natsuki always starting the fights? The pink short-haired girls are clearly demonic. Okay. Monica reflects on Sayori's words, looking a little ashamed of her outburst. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to raise my voice. It's just, this festival is important to me, that's all. Ever since I created this club, I've always wanted to show other people. Natsuki, Yuri, I imagine you were both a little apprehensive when Neiman joined, right? After all, he was an unfamiliar face. She smiles warmly at me. But look, he's integrating really well. He's made the effort to get to know us and our individual writing styles. She turns to Yuri. And Yuri, remember at the start when he asked you for a book recommendation? Yuri nods and Monica shoots her with a knowing smile. Must have been lovely being able to share a book you're so passionate about with a new person, right? Yes, it was enjoyable discussing it with you, Neiman. Yeah, likewise. It isn't something I normally read, so without you, it would have gone by unnoticed. See, guys? Maybe we'll find more people who are just as into horror, Yuri. More like-minded people. Now, come on, tell me that isn't an appealing idea. Yes, of course, but really my biggest issue is with the actual performance aspect of the festival. Well, like I said, I know it's a scary thought performing in front of a bunch of strangers, but trust me when I say I have full faith in you. In all of you. Your poems are amazing, guys. I just know people will love them. It's almost criminal not to show them off. So what do you think, guys? For me. For us. Fine. I still don't think it's a good idea, but fine, I'll do it. Just stop guilt-tripping us. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. And you, Yuri? Yuri nervously glances at each of our expectant faces. But Monica, what if people being inconsiderate and disturb us or laugh? I'm not surprised Yuri is worried about this. Oh, don't you worry. If anyone steps out of line, I'll put a swift stop to that. She has a stern glint in her eye, and I have to repress a shiver. I'm glad she's with us. Yuri looks somewhat relieved, but it's clear she's still worried. She swallows and nods. I suppose I don't really have a choice, do I? I shake my head. Okay. I'll do it. Yay, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. Hold on, did I agree to this? I didn't agree to this. Wait, time out. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. What did she just say? This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Do y'all remember what happened in the last game? You remember what Yuri did? Okay. I'm not even gonna say anything else. I'm just continue. I know you'll do great, Yuri. Just trust me. Just remember, in the last game, some shit went down with Yuri. So. But anyway, let's move back onto the main event. While we have time, I want each of you to choose a poem of yours to practice reciting in front of each other. Yuri and Natsuki exchange uneasy glances but don't say anything. Don't worry, I'll go first so everyone feels a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Ah, of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook searching for a specific poem. Ah, here we are. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. Her eyes move across the page and sync with her lips. Every word has the perfect amount of emotion put behind it, making the poem almost come to life. Her inflection is extraordinary. I'm impressed, and judging by a quick glance around me, so is everyone else. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Even Natsuki's once sour attitude is replaced by awe. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Ah, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? Yep. Sayori jumps from her chair and takes Monica's place at the front of the room. This poem is called, how did you do it so easily, Monica? Well, try to imagine you're alone, like you're reciting it to yourself. It's your poem, so it'll come out best that way. Oh, I think I get it. Sayori nods to herself. Anyway, this poem is called My Meadow. Sayori begins reciting her poem. It seems as if her soft voice is a perfect match. As for the poem itself, it has a similar tone when compared to her other ones. It's peaceful, yet somber at the same time. Bittersweet, you could call it. Hearing the poem in Sayori's voice almost gives it an entirely new meaning. I think this is what Sayori means when she says she likes my poems. It's like seeing a whole new side of someone you thought you knew completely. Sayori finishes and we all applaud. I did it! Yep, good job. Sayori beams as she walks back to her seat. So, who'd like to go next? Natsuki, Yuri, and I all look at each other nervously. I open my mouth, but Yuri beats me to the punch. I'll go. Nice. Thanks for showing initiative, Yuri. Yes. Yuri rushes over to the podium, clutching a sheet of paper in her hands. This poem is called... Yuri freezes as she looks up at us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri begins to recite her poem. Her voice is shaky at first, but the more she reads, the more confident she becomes. It's similar to what happened when she gets absorbed in her books. The shy and apprehensive Yuri I'm used to is replaced by a fierce and confident woman. The poem itself is like a maze in its structure, with twists and turns every line. But Yuri is unfazed and enunciates each word with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she's bewildered even herself. Monica's the first to start applauding. Sheepishly, I follow along. Soon the clubroom is filled with the sound of applause. Yuri ducks her head in embarrassment, a shy smile creeping over her face. Yuri, that was really good. Like I said, you don't have anything to worry about. Thank you for sharing. Thanks. Guess Yuri's done for the day. So who'd like to go next? Natsuki? Why should I go before Neiman? It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Neiman lower everyone else's standards before I go. God damn it. Natsuki! Monica hastens to chastise her, shooting me a sympathizing look. That's kind of rude, don't you think? You should apologize to him. Natsuki's face turns red as all the girls turn to look at her. I decide to spare Natsuki from the embarrassment. Hey, it's really no big deal. I'll end up going at some point anyway. Might as well do it now. Thing is, I don't have much of a selection to choose from. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I take a deep breath. In my head, I repeat to myself the advice Monica gave to Sayori. Try to imagine you're alone, like you're reciting it to yourself. Alone. My house is the first thing that comes to mind when I think of being alone. The scene rapidly develops in my head like I'm recalling a recent memory. I'm sitting alone at my desk. The dim light hanging from the ceiling gives a warmth to my room. In front of me is the poem I just finished, the ink from my pen still fresh on the page. I pick up the notebook and begin reciting it out loud. While I'm not the most confident in it, I still try to put energy into it. I can almost hear my voice echoing off my bedroom walls. As I finish, the sound of applause pulls me out from my daydream. I'm back in the clubroom, standing at the podium while the girls politely applaud my performance. That was good, Neiman. I guess. Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. I don't think it's your writing abilities, but rather your lack of confidence that weighs you down. That's something that'll improve over time, though, so don't worry. Yeah, okay. Thanks. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. As she says this, Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called Stop Looking at Me! But you're presenting. You don't have to stare straight into my soul, though. She takes a moment to compose herself. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. While her voice is enthusiastic, the poem has a surprising amount of energy to it. The rhymes tie into each other seamlessly, creating a flow that moves the poem along at a brisk pace. The words seem to bounce up and down with the rhythm, seemingly making the poem come to life. It's Natsuki's signature style, and it works exceptionally well when read out loud. She quickly finishes and huffs as she makes her way back to her seat while we applaud her. That wasn't so bad, was it? She stares at her poem blankly for a second before replying. Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, that's what we're going to be doing at the festival, so do you at least feel confident enough to do it in front of a crowd? I guess. It's not like there's any other choice. And I guess it would be easier doing it in front of other people. I could just put on whatever face I want with strangers. I don't care about what they think of me. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. But I still hate the idea we have to perform. She mutters that last sentence under her breath. The others probably didn't even hear it. I knew Natsuki was stubborn, but this is a whole other level. However, it does look like she's going along with the idea of her performing for the festival. Well, at least for now, since she's basically outvoted and can't come up with another idea anyway. Really? That's a surprise. For me, it's the other way around. Having all those people looking at you, judging you? I don't like to think about it. I can relate to that. Yuri murmurs quietly. The thought of so many eyes observing your every move all at once. She trails off, shaking her head. Oh, that's just how it is, so... Natsuki sighs in frustration. Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. Speaking of which, I want to thank all of you for performing. It might be difficult, but now that we have a general idea of what it would be like, we'll be able to prepare ourselves. Make sure you pick out a poem and show it to me by tomorrow, okay? I'll need to know so I can make the pamphlets over the weekend. I should probably find a different poem to recite. I know you prefer if we use our own poetry, but I'm probably going to pick a poem from a poet I like or something. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, Neiman. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all this effort into the club. Low expectations, huh? More like any effort put in makes me happy in general. Monica smiles at me and then turns to smile to everyone else. That goes for everyone here. Thanks for going along with these last minute plans. Anyway, I think that about does it for today. Let's still try and write poems for tomorrow, okay? I know the festival's coming up, but it's been working out nicely the past few days and I'd like it to continue. Tomorrow we'll finalize what we're doing for the festival, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Remember, we have till Monday. It'll be so much fun, I can't wait. We all stand up, packing away our things. However, Monica's voice stops us. Oh, and guys? She pauses, twirling a strand of her hair in her hand. This club truly does mean so much to me, and I really appreciate what you're willing to do for it. You guys are the best. In typical fashion, Natsuki just rolls her eyes. Yuri smiles timidly, while Sayori wears a hearty smile. Let's just get it over with. I hope we don't regret this. That's okay, Monica. Nothing to thank us for. We really appreciate what you've made for us. I can't help but catch Yuri muttering under her breath as she says this. I can do this. I can do this. Yeah, I love it here. We'll get to spread this cozy little place to other people. Yeah, it's all good, Monica. All right. I stand up and grab my bag. While I'm certainly not as enthusiastic as Monica or Sayori about the festival, if I can pull that little Dame Dream stunt again, I think I'll be all right. It's for the sake of the club. Not to mention impressing the girls. Once I'm fully packed up, I'll walk over to Sayori. Ready to go? Yep. Jeez, don't you ever get tired of walking home with Nima Sayori? Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Oh, don't mind her. You guys are more adorable than anything. Alright. No need to make such a big deal about it. It must be a little nice, though. Yeah, I guess. Jeez. Let's just go already, Sayori. Okay. The two of us begin to walk home. A lot has changed in the past few days. Lost in thought, I don't even notice how quiet Sayori's being until we're almost back home. There's a lot going on in the club now, eh? I bet you're thinking about all your new vice president duties that you'll have to deal with when the club grows bigger. Yeah. Anything specific on your mind? Not really. Sorry, did you want to talk? I mean, we don't have to if you're thinking about stuff. No, it's nice talking to you. I was thinking about something from earlier. It's nice that we, never mind. It's nothing. You're sounding a little like Yuri right now. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess I just have a question for you, Neiman. What's up? Sayori clears her throat before speaking. So let's just say one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, no. Fuck it. We going. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down. So, isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. Don't you think that maybe she'd be more fun to walk home with? I frown. Where did this come from? What? I mean, it could be interesting, I guess. But even if I did walk with her, it's not like she'd be replacing you or anything. Everyone is different. No one in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Sayori and I part ways without saying another word. I reach my house and open the door. I'm home. No response. I'm alone, as usual. I mumble that part to myself. Talking to myself as if I'm the protagonist of a manga or game. I must be going stir crazy. Mom is still on her business trip. She's never home anymore. I miss her. But I don't blame her for anything. It's hard enough providing for yourself, let alone a kid. Since I'm alone, I decide to make an instant meal for dinner. Digging through my cabinets, I find some old soup cups. Miso soup sounds good. I unwrap the packaging, pour in some water, and place the meal in the microwave. While it cooks, my mind wanders back to my performance earlier. Let me get a screenshot of this. Thanks. That daydream so vivid, so realistic. Can I really pull off that performance again, but this time in front of a crowd? It wasn't even that great in the first place. Just doing it in front of the girls was nerve-wracking. Guess I'm not really used to being around people again. Maybe that's it. Thinking about it, I guess I've kind of been subconsciously isolating myself from people ever since the divorce. Before it even, in some cases. I wonder when I started shunning myself. Maybe that's part of why Sayori and I drifted apart over the past few years. Oh, this is getting dark. What the hell? It wasn't intentional or anything. It just happened. At least I don't think it was intentional. But I'm glad I got to reconnect with her in the literature club. It's given me something to do, something to look forward to that isn't anime or video games. Talking with the girls has made me feel more appreciated. It's a nice feeling, something that's been missing from me ever since the divorce. Maybe that's why Sayori likes walking home with me. It makes her feel appreciated. Sayori. The more I think about it, the more concerned for her I get. She said some pretty weird stuff, but I guess people just have their off days. Maybe she's just changed a little bit over the years. Pretty normal, right? I'd like to think I'd be able to tell if something was up with her, although given our recent distance, I'm not so sure. Sure, we've started talking again, but there's a lot of lost time. Maybe that'll change and we'll go back to how we used to be. Beep. I hope. Damn, that got really fucking dark, like out of nowhere. Alright, well. Am I writing another poem? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna write another poem. Let's see. We need big words. Portrait? Got her. Intellectual. Got her. Vivacious. Got her. After image. Got her. Heaven sent. Got her. Judgment. Got her. Infinite. Got her. Misfortune. Nope. That was wrong. Uncontrollable. Got her. Disoriented. Got her. Tenacious. Yes, sir. I'm gonna give her a Natsuki award, whatever, fuck it. I don't care. Sensation. Got her. Essence. Got her. Contamination. Got her. Incongruent, yes sir. Determination, yes sir. Effulgent, yes sir. Philosophy, yes sir. Insight. Oh man, I'm the last one here. Well, don't worry about it, everyone's late from time to time. Besides, you've been working hard, so I think you deserve some slack. I guess so. I'm usually pretty punctual, but I just lose track of time today. What made you forget the time? It's a funny story actually. I recently decided to learn how to play the piano, so I was practicing just now. That's probably why I didn't notice the school bell going off. You can play the piano? That's quite impressive. I've always wanted to play an instrument myself. It's not as cool as you make it out to be. I've only been playing for a little while, so I've still got a ways to go before I'm any good. You should pick up an instrument too, Yuri. I could definitely see you playing the violin. Yeah, that pretty much suits Yuri perfectly. The violin is a beautiful instrument. I'm partial to the sound of the flute as well. Flutes can be calm and elegant, just like you. Thank you. How's it like to play the piano? It's really an enjoyable instrument to play. Not to mention, I really love how it sounds. One moment, it can sound gentle and soothing, the next powerful and full of force. The piano is an instrument that I'm familiar with too. Well, at least somewhat. My father had signed me up for piano lessons when I was younger. He'd been playing it since high school and wanted to pass his passion down to me, but I never really got into it. Considering that, you'd think I'd hate the piano. But for some reason, I found myself internally cheering on Monica. Maybe it's because it reminds me of my father in a way. Damn. I am alone. Monica, you certainly are a talented individual. First starting your own club from the ground up and now picking up piano on a whim? I doubt I'd be able to do that. Oh, don't say that. Anyone can do amazing things as long as they have passion for it. Which is why I think we're all going to do amazing at the festival. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be awesome. Natsuki, weren't you just protesting the festival yesterday? Well, obviously I meant everything besides our part of the festival. I still don't like the idea of performing. Monica rolls her eyes. I don't want to start this whole debate over again either. But I am looking forward to everything else. It's a whole day of school where you can just run around and eat till you burst. I can see the eagerness in Natsuki's eyes. She must really like food. Kinda reminds me of a certain someone. Speaking of which, where is Sayori? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at her desk in the back of the room staring out the window. I walk over to her. As I do, I hear the girls continue to converse behind me. Something about squid? Hey, sorry. I wave my hand in front of her face. Huh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh. Are you okay? She forces a smile. It's not very convincing. Oh no. 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 Okay. Of course I am, silly. Why wouldn't I be? I don't know. You just seem a bit off today. Maybe I'm wrong, but my mind wanders back to what she asked me as if we were walking home together. You worry too much, Neiman. I'm fine. Seriously. She shows me another smile, much bigger and more genuine. While it seems much more Sayori-like, there's still something inside of me that feels something's up. Yep, there's something up. I know what happened last time. You're not convincing me. Sayori must notice, as she hastens to explain. To tell you the truth, I just didn't get much sleep last night. I'm really tired, so sorry if I'm a little cranky. You're not cranky, you're depressed. You're not going to trick me, lady. I know what this is about. Seriously though, I'm probably not much fun to hang around with right now. Why don't you spend more time with the others? I might try and have a little nap. Sure, okay. Just know if that anything's bothering you, you can talk to me, okay? I'd hate to see you suffering in silence. She nods. Suffering might be a little strong of a word. Well, you know what I mean. Sayori nods again and shoos me away. As I wander off to talk about Monica, the feeling of uneasiness isn't going away. Maybe that's just how Sayori is these days. I mean, it's been a good few years since we properly hung out together. Maybe she's changed. Deep down, I know that isn't the reason. Still, maybe Monica knows more than I do. After all, she's the president, right? I timidly approach her. She's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Neiman, what's up? I decided to just jump right in. There's no point in being around the bush. Hey, so, have you noticed anything wrong with Sayori recently? Wrong? What do you mean? I don't know. It's just, she seems a little downcast today. So do you have any idea why she might be feeling off? Like, have you ever seen her act this way before? No, I can't say I've ever seen her like this before. Yeah, she says she's just feeling tired because she didn't get much sleep. But to be honest, I'm not buying it. She's normally upbeat and cheerful. Her behavior has been so uncharacteristic. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Wait, did she say she was going to try to nap? Maybe there is something on her mind. My question is, though, why are you asking me, Neiman? You've certainly known her longer than I have. Yeah, well, you spent more time around her recently than I have with the club and all. I guess so. But I've never seen her dismiss me. Maybe she didn't exactly dismiss me, but it felt like she just wanted me gone. Sorry, I'm just concerned for her, you know? So I wanted to ask if you knew anything, that's all. No. I appreciate you coming to me. It's really sweet how concerned you are for her. After all, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure that's a good idea? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? I know you've known Sayori for longer than I have, so perhaps you're right. Still, it's worth a try. Also, I have to talk to her about what she wants to do for the festival anyway. Alright, fair enough then. I just hope she's more receptive to you than she was with me. Hey, Monica, do me a favor. Go ahead and fourth wall break and play with her parameters and make her happy again, yeah? Don't try to kill her this time. Make her happy. Monica pauses, studying my worried facial expression. The warmth of her smile reflects in her eyes. You really care about her, don't you? From what I can gather, you've been friends for a while. Yeah, we've been childhood friends for as long as I can remember. Although before I joined the club, we've been drifting a lot. I hate thinking that she's been like this before without me around to help her. Yeah, I know it's hard, Demon. It's never easy seeing a friend suffer. But for what it's worth, she's lucky to have someone so thoughtful looking out for her. Don't blame yourself for it. You can't always be there for everyone. I know she's right, but the feeling of guilt still resides. Yeah, I guess. Hey, she's been a lot happier since you joined the club, you know? Huh? Really? Yeah, she's told me she was kind of surprised at first. She didn't expect you to want to join. Once she got over that, she enjoyed having you around. Anyway, I know it's hard seeing her like this. I'll talk to her and see what I can do, okay? She'll be fine, don't you worry. I sure hope so. Let's just hope you're right, Monica. Thank you for everything, by the way. You've been a big help. Ah, you're too kind, Neiman. Nothing to thank me for. She stands up from her desk and walks across the room where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and have fun with everyone else. But that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica to talk to her. For some reason, I can't shake the feeling that I'm being watched. I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice that Yuri is peering over her book at me. Realizing that she's staring, she timidly hides behind her book. Did she overhear the stuff about Sayori? Perhaps she can help. I walk over to where Yuri is sitting, slide into the desk next to her. I'm sorry if I was distracting you. I didn't mean to stare at you like that. Yuri, it's okay. You're not bothering me at all. She sighs, appearing somewhat relieved. I see. Well, I couldn't help but notice you were deep in thought. Is there something on your mind, Neiman? Well, yes, actually, but how could you tell? She gently flicks a page in her book back and forth, rubbing her thumb gingerly against the corners. I'm usually alone with my thoughts, so I know what to look for. Not that I was specifically watching you or anything. No, dear. I hope you don't think that's weird of me. Don't worry about it. I think being so protective is kind of cool. Perhaps you can help me with something, Yuri. Her curiosity piqued. She folded the page where she was reading slightly to mark it for later, then shuts the book and turns to me. Are you sure I'm the right person for that? I do. You seem to have your head on right, so you'll probably give me great advice. I see. Well, I'll do my best, I suppose. Okay, so I guess the main issue is, have you noticed anything up with Sayori? Sayori? She glances over to Sayori, who's totally oblivious to what's happening around her. Yeah, things just seem really different, you know? Like she's not herself. I tried to ask her about it, and she just told me she was tired, but I'm not so sure. Yuri idly taps at her book with her finger, apparently thinking things over. That must be quite worrying for you. I'm sorry to hear she's not feeling well. Forgive me if this isn't an appropriate question, but do you mind me asking how long you've known each other? Gosh, as long as I can remember, really. We hung out a lot as kids, but as we got older, we kind of drifted apart. Since I've been coming to the club, though, I've had the opportunity to spend a bit more time with her. Yuri nods contemplatively. Okay, well, perhaps she doesn't feel comfortable sharing what's ailing her. That's not to say she doesn't think of you as a good friend. You just haven't really seen much of her each other recently, have you? Forgive me if that sounds too harsh. I place my hands on Yuri's shoulder. She tenses up for a split second, but quickly eases down again. Yuri, trust me, if you were bothering me, I'd tell you. You need to stop apologizing so much. It's really okay. Sorry, I mean... I let out a soft laugh. She's very sincere. It's quite endearing. I understand where you're coming from. Perhaps I'll need to work my way up to that level of connection with her again. Yuri folds her arms and tilts her head to the side, allowing her long violet hair to droop down over the desk. Neiman, have you ever heard the proverb about our 3 masks? Huh? I don't think I have. Well, to put it simply, every person has 3 different faces. The first is how we present ourselves to people in public, strangers, passerby, that sort of thing. The second is how we present ourselves to close friends and family, the ones we hold dear to our hearts. And the last is reserved only for oneself. It's our truest representation of our being that no one else can possibly interpret. It's actually pretty amazing. Yuri truly seems to know what she's talking about. Notice that I said how we present ourselves, not how we feel. I think perhaps the way Sayori acts and the way she feels aren't necessarily the same. I think I understand, but what makes you bring that up? You felt as though something wasn't right from the beginning, correct? Maybe your intuition is trying to guide you towards that conclusion on its own. Of course, that's just my perspective. It's entirely possible that I'm looking too much into it. Although I must admit, I am curious about her seemingly sudden attitude shift. I wonder what could have caused that. I assume you don't know any potential events that could have had an impact on her life, do you? Nothing comes to mind, although as you said earlier, I'm not sure if she'd tell me anyway. She turns to face me, wearing a plaintive smile. I understand this must be quite frustrating for you, Neiman. You want to help her, but she won't let you. But sometimes there's only so much you can do. For now, your best bet would simply let her know you're there for her without prying. I'm sure she would open up to you when she feels comfortable doing so. She's lucky to have such a thoughtful person looking out for her. Friends like that are quite hard to come by these days. Monica said something similar to me just now. I rubbed the back of my neck in embarrassment. You guys give me too much credit. I'm just doing what any friend would do, right? There's nothing extraordinary about what I'm doing for Sayori. So humble. Anyway, do you mind if we do some reading? I can't do anything else for Sayori, so I might as well take my mind off of it. Of course. I thought we could carry on with the portrait of Markov. If that's okay with you, that is. Yeah, sure, that'll do fine. But before we get into it, I just want to say thanks. For listening to me, I mean. You've been super supportive of every other stuff that doesn't really have anything to do with you. So, I really appreciate it. You're a genuine person, Yuri. Not to mention, you've got a cool taste in literature. I don't know what to say. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Sorry. It's just that you're really mature and insightful, and for someone like me who isn't very good with emotions, you really hit the nail on the head. Sorry, I'm just not really used to people being so nice. I frown. That's kind of surprising. Sure, she's a little quiet, but she's really got her heart in the right place. Oh, it's okay. I should have been a bit more mindful. Shall we start reading? If you wouldn't mind. Thank you, though. I'm glad you joined the club, by the way. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles reassuringly at me. I wonder what she's talking about with Sayori. Who should I show my poem to first? This is where I'm going to stop. This is the 3rd time we're doing poems. And the skip button is actually on. Interesting. But no, I'm going to go ahead and save here. And that's going to be the end of our game for today. Okay. Yeah, so that was part 3 of Blue Skies. Like I said earlier, this mod is expansive as fuck. It's got a lot. It's a lot in there. So definitely this is going to be a long moment. And also, I just wanted to quickly touch on the thing that's going on with the main character, myself. Apparently I'm alone. Like, mom's never here. Mom and dad got divorced. It's kind of crazy. So the fact that everybody's personalities are being expanded on, not only theirs but mine as well, is crazy. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say about it at this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get out of here. I ain't got nothing else to say. I'll see y'all on the next part. And of course, as always, we move.